Hello, Jess.
Hello.
And thanks for your time today. So this is just a little interview to say hi and to help our community get to know our teachers better. So to hear a little bit about Jess and what your life is like around yoga and how you got into yoga. Is that all right?
Yes, of course. Shall I just jump straight into when I first found out about yoga?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Go for it.
Yes, so I had to, before this call, I was like, right, let's go all the way back when. So it was, I think I was like 17 or 18 at the time, and I was at RGS, I was at school, and I was part of like the sports teams, but I was like B team, so I wasn't the best, I wasn't the worst. But I wasn't. A lot of the girls on the kind of competitive sports teams were super passionate, and I don't think I ever had that passion. And then I remember Laura, you came in with Soul Sanctuary on a Wednesday afternoon, and I think you'd been teaching maybe for a few weeks, few months, and I was like, I want to give that a go. So I remember I asked my art teacher at the time, who she was kind of the one to kind of help you bring that to life. I said, "Is there any space? Could I come along?" She said, "Yeah." So a few conversations were had, and then was able to be part of yoga. And then I remember I really remember like it was yesterday. That first session, I walked in. I was new. A lot of people have been doing it for a few weeks, few months, and I just felt like I was meant to be there. I was meant to discover yoga in that moment. I just, walking into a group of however many people, like that's quite daunting, but I didn't, I just felt welcomed. I felt safe, felt at ease. And it was from that moment that yoga's been part of my life since then. So that was where I discovered it. And then, kind of ebbed and flowed as to how much yoga I did in my own life, but I've never not done it since that moment. So that's how I discovered it. And then kind of flash forward 3 years, and then that's when I chose to do the teacher training alongside my degree. And I think at the time I was doing a psychological marketing module, and Laura, you said that it might be really helpful to kind of do that alongside. And it really was. It really helped with that psychological learning. Um, and then I did that for like, must have been about 12 months, I think, because I graduated, well, maybe not, maybe like 8 to 10 months,
Yeah.
because I kind of did it alongside my degree. And then, graduated in pretty much the same time on both my degree and on the teacher training. So, it was a really nice all rounded picture, really.
Has been such a journey, hasn't it? It's amazing when you
Honestly,
say that
yeah,
about that class, Jess, because like
I know.
I remember it too. Like I
Do
literally remember,
you?
God,
Oh my God,
yeah.
that's
Oh, I
crazy.
remember your little face coming in and kind of looking around like, what is this?
Yeah,
And obviously all the poses were like brand new. And I remember like you're so sweet because I remember at the end you were just like, oh, like I really enjoyed that, thank you. And I thought, oh,
yeah,
it feels like something clicked, like because it's
yeah,
such a new thing for you.
absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, and I remember, I don't know if it was the first session or maybe a few sessions in, but I remember I spoke to you after and I was like, right, what is this tingling sensation in my head, and why am I feeling it? Um, I was just in awe of like how it made me feel, and you basically explained that everyone experiences different things, and that's the beauty of yoga, is that it's not one size fits all, and everyone experiences it differently. And I was like, wow, that's really cool.
It was amazing. And actually,
Yeah.
you weren't the only one to then go on to do your yoga teacher training, right?
Yes.
From RGS and from those yoga classes.
Yeah,
So, because I know Bic, she's also teaching, isn't she? She did
she
our
is. Yeah.
training.
No,
Um,
it's so special. Like, thinking back, like how many years it's actually been is actually pretty crazy.
no, well, it's
Um,
fun because I mean Lenny's 5, right? So
I know. Yeah.
yeah, so
Oh,
he's 5, and I mean I was only a baby when I was teaching those classes. Like
of
I was
course. Yeah.
still, yeah, I must have been in my 20s then.
Oh my
Um,
God.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been an amazing journey, Jess. Like watching
Mm.
you from literally first discovering your yoga class to then joining the online training, and then yeah, I mean doing that alongside uni hopefully was helpful, but how amazing that you like graduated both at the same time. And
Mm.
now it's just kind of become part of your like working life in a way, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I always prioritize yoga around my working week. So kind of who I am outside of yoga is I'm kind of in that corporate world office job. Have done that since I graduated at uni, and that was always what I wanted to do, kind of leverage that marketing degree that I got. But yeah, obviously I'm sat at an office desk all day, every day. So I would be lost without yoga, because I come home and I'm feeling tense, and I roll out my yoga mat, and I can just just let the tensions go of the day. I know when I need to move, and it means that moving myself physically makes me, it frees up my space mentally, emotionally, and then I just know that the evenings when I've done yoga, I'm a much better version of myself, like for myself, but also like around my family. If I don't practice yoga, I'm not a nice person. So it's just a part of my life which I feel like throwback to when it wasn't. I don't even know what that time looked like.
It's amazing,
So
isn't it? When you think,
yeah,
how many people don't have yoga and they go
yeah,
so much of their life without it. Um, so, and then you qualified on the online training, which you chose online because you were at your uni, weren't you? So you weren't
yes,
local. And then you did the mentorship. So we offer the mentorship for anybody that graduates from our teacher training. Sometimes people online are local and they do it, and sometimes it's more the people who've done the in-person training because they tend to be closer by.
hmm,
And that's like an interesting process, isn't it? Because essentially what we say to you is like, look, these classes are free. We're not paying you to teach them. Also, no one's paying to come. It's just experience, and people
yeah,
spend as long or as little on that mentorship as they feel they need. And then
hmm,
we have a set criteria of when your classes, then people need to start paying for them. So they're free for a certain amount of weeks and then they pay. And then you have to get over a certain amount of numbers for us to then be able to add you to the teaching team, because obviously we just don't have infinite funds to just add a load of classes to the schedule. And you were so committed to that because it's not always easy to get like a prime spot to get the right numbers, because obviously they're already taken in the schedule. And like
hmm,
you've been so close for such a long time, and then we were so happy when your numbers like hit the target and now you're part of the teaching team,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. And I think, it was a bit of a scary jump for me going from that online teaching. It was apart from a few hybrid meetings in and around the year, it was all online. So everything I learned was like through a screen. So then jumping into that physical space and teaching in person was a big old jump for me. But I think, that kind of, even though it's taken me pretty much a year, I think that's happened for a reason, because it's taught me, like, it's built up my confidence, it's taught me like discipline, it's just given me so many learnings along the way. So I was always committed to get to that point, but even if I'd still be doing it now even if I didn't hit those numbers a few weeks ago. So yeah,
And I love what you said about like that Wednesday night is just kind of like you want to do it anyway. So like
yeah,
whatever happened happened. And I just think that's a lovely way to approach it, you want to do it,
yeah,
and like the outcome is not the important thing.
yeah, definitely. Like, it's just an extra day where I can do yoga myself, and the byproduct is sharing that with others. So I'm still doing it myself, and getting the physical and emotional benefits, but I'm just sharing with others and hoping for them to feel the way I do when I practice.
Yeah, well, your classes are very popular now, and we're so happy to have you teaching. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What's your biggest learning from yoga, Jess? Like what do you try and bring into your classes? What's important to you?
So I think for me, it's that idea that yoga is accessible to everyone. So I think when I first kind of learnt about yoga, I think there's kind of that stereotypical spirituality side of it, and there's absolutely so much depth and magic of that. But I think from an ordinary person that can be quite daunting. So I think for me, I kind of, it's just that idea that there's no one size fits all, and yoga is for everyone. And I just wish more people were open to trying it, because it's I think for me the physical and the emotional benefits go hand in hand. I don't do it for one reason more than the other. Um, so I think that's kind of, just sharing that it is for everyone. And I think the classes that I do are quite slow, so I do slow vinyasa, so it just it allows me to kind of share with everyone, or to think a bit more psychologically, and kind of taking learnings on the mat, off the mat, and reflecting on like day-to-day life. And yeah, it's just knowing that, or sharing the idea that yoga can be like a way of life, which sounds scary as well, but it's just, yoga's just been a tool for me. It just explains why I'm feeling certain things, why I'm reacting certain ways. Like it just makes everything make sense. And that's kind of how I, yeah, what I want to share with my classes on Wednesdays.
I love that. So, and that's where we're the only place you're teaching at the moment, right? So that if you want
Mm-hmm.
to find you teaching, that's where you're going to be. And what time's your
Yes.
class on the Wednesday?
Say again,
What
sorry.
time's your class on the Wednesday?
So it's 7:30, which again is, I appreciate it's a slightly later time. Um, and it can, that's eating into a lot of people's evening routines, which I get, but it's just, and I think that's why I try to take it really slow and nice and relaxing, especially with the autumn shift. The darker, earlier, darker nights are really nice to just, yeah, it's just a bit of an escape. I try to create a nice soul sanctuary for everyone to just, yeah. And then, it's 45 minutes, so it finishes at 8:15. And then I just encourage everyone to just, yeah, go and enjoy their evenings, whether that's going straight to bed, or for me, it is having a later dinner. But it's just, yeah, it's just that time to just escape and relax, basically.
I love it. I mean, as a mum of young kids, like that actually would work so well for me because there's absolutely no way I'd be getting to an earlier class with the chaos that
Oh,
goes on at home.
yeah, of
So
course.
like I think it's a brilliant time. And yeah, you should
Yeah.
definitely check out Jess's classes. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous teacher and person and
Mhm.
very lucky to have you. So
Oh, thank
thank
you so much.
you. Thanks for your time, Jess.
Thank you.